It's the Knot Show! Ah! Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Knot Show with your host, Francesca. We're going to go over 6 knots today. Our first is the overhand knot, and it looks something like this, like a little pretzel. It's so cute. How you do this is you make a loop with your working end of your rope, and you take your working end and you bring it through the loop so it kind of looks like a snake coming out of a hole, and then you just tighten it right up, and there you go. That's an overhand knot, and this knot is used as the first step in tying drapery and curtains. Our next knot is a square knot, and it looks like this. Super cute. How you do this knot is you take two ends of ropes that are the same diameter, and you take the one on the right and you go over and under the one on the left, and you take the one on the left and you go over and under the one on the right, and then you just tighten it up. It looks like that, and it's used in theater for joining two ropes of similar diameter. This is very important. Up next, we have a figure 8 knot, and it looks like this. Now you know how it gets its name. And how we do it is we take the working end of your rope and you make a loop. You take the working end of your rope and wrap it around the tight end of your rope and put it through the loop like that, and then you tighten it up, and there you go. That's how you get your figure 8. And this is used as a stopper knot, mostly for safety harnesses and attaching things. Super interesting. Okay, our next knot is the sheet bend knot, and it's used to connect two ropes of different diameter. Looks something like this. And how we get it is we take one rope of a certain diameter, and you make a loop. Make it like that. And then you take your other rope, and you put the working end, you put the working end through the loop over both ends of your first loop around, like that, and then you put the working end of your second rope through this little hill you've created of itself, and then you just bring it up and you tighten it and make sure that the loops are separate and you're keeping the ropes separate, and then there you go. That's your sheet bend knot. Pretty interesting, very difficult. Up next we have a bowline knot, and this one is very difficult, and it looks like this, and it's a pain, but we're gonna do it anyway because we have to. So how we get this knot? We start with one rope, and you make a loop with the working end, like that. You take the working end of your rope and you bring it through the loop like we did with our overhand knot, and then bring it over the loop so it kind of looks like this pretzel thing. Take the working end of your rope, bring it under and over the tight end of your rope, and then bring it through the original loop, and then tighten it so it looks like that. This is actually super small, super impressive. Yeah, that's your bowline knot. Super cool. Okay, this is a clove hitch knot, and you have to use it on a pole or a bar or something. So this is what that is. How you make this knot? Come here. So you have your rope. You take the working end of your rope and you just throw it over your bar. Take the working end, wrap it around and over the bar so you get two ropes next to each other. Take your working end, cross it to the left of your tight end of your rope, around and under the bar again, and you bring the working end and you put it through that part of the rope that we just crossed, and then you tighten it up, and there you go. That's your clove hitch. Now to actually finish off this knot, we take the working end of your rope and you bring it through the loop, and then you bring the working end and you put it through that part of the rope that we just crossed, and then you tighten it up, and there you go. That's your clove hitch. Now to actually finish off this knot, you're going to want to do 2 overhand knots to secure it, like that, because if you don't, you can see that, come on, the little crossy over thing is movable, and you don't want that. So you want to tighten it up with some overhand knots to secure it in place. Usually 2, because that's what Pat said. So thank you for joining me on the Knot Show. Have a lovely, lovely day.